Hey horror fans, thanks for joining me for this review of Born Dead. Cast and crew information down below. And let's start off with this IMDb plot. Luna is a young embalmer with a strange passion for everything concerning death. Go figure. One day, during a trip in the woods, she finds two bodies. The first one is a dead woman. The other one is a man who is barely still breathing. Okay, so this one is a foreign film. Not sure, it is new. Not sure the release details on it. This was a screener sent to me to check out, so I'm not sure the release details on it, but this one is new, so I won't give away any spoilers. Try to be as spoiler free as possible here. It is like I said, a foreign film out of Italy. Its, I guess, original title is, and I have no idea whether I'm saying this correctly or not, but I'll just pronounce it the best I think it is. It's Nati Morti, Nati, and that's Morti, Morti. I guess that's the Italian title or the original title. I assume that means Born Dead, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't know Italian, as you can tell. Anyway, all that aside, this one's an interesting film. Let's just dive into kind of what's happening here, and then we'll make some comments on it. And so Luna is there, and you see her early on embalming. I don't remember if it was a person or a creature. Might have been a person, but she's kind of in her space that she kind of does that. Let's call it that. You're kind of unsure. I guess she's kind of living in this place where she's kind of doing this as well, which is creepy in itself. But she decides to I guess go out for a random drive one day. I don't know if she had a location of purpose or she's just driving. She needed some time to get away. She's obviously has issues, and you'll talk about her issues a little bit here soon, but you're going to find out she has some issues along the way. But, maybe it's because something's bothering her or not. She parks, she gets out of the car, starts walking around. On the flip hand side of it, the audience is going to see a woman. She's trying to escape. She's already injured, but is trying to escape this guy. And it's a mini kind of chase scene through the woods and so forth. And at the end of it, she ends up dead. The guy is still alive, but he got kind of injured in the fight here, and doing so kind of passes out. Long and behold, Luna kind of comes across both of them, and most people will call the police or run away or pretend they didn't see anything, don't want to get involved, I don't know. But instead she decides, hey, there are two bodies here, I'm an embalmer, and I'm going to collect them and have some fun. That's kind of what's going to happen here. So she takes home her two prizes here, and puts the woman up on her slab for further investigation, and she ties up the guy and kind of treats his wound. He has a bad wound, I believe, on his leg, and she kind of treats that and waits for him to kind of wake up. Obviously he wakes up, he's not too happy. Obviously he's not a good person. I mean, he was trying to kill this other woman and actually did. You kind of get the gist that he might be a serial killer, if not just a complete wacko. And at that early on, you're going to kind of feel fearful for Luna. Like, you brought him here. If he escapes, you're pretty much going to get it too. The two don't really hit it off because of that. Obviously, he does want to escape, and he does want to kill her. But in her mind, she has something different in store. And so you kind of have to go through a little bit of that early on, a little bit of back and forth between them, and why she brought him there, and why he's, him kind of really wanting to get her, but he can't because he's tied up and he's hurt. And soon enough, you basically discover that Luna really wants him there to kind of do what she can't do, and that is to kind of like, she deals with people after death, but he's the one that's killing people and chopping them up. So she kind of wants to kind of take in that death, or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what she was looking for, but something along those lines. Obviously that means she's a little bit off. Like I said, she has issues, and that's probably one of them. Maybe embalming too long, maybe some of the fumes got to her head, I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of where we're going here. Obviously, the two are gonna have a little bit of a relationship, love-hate, because he is still alive because she's kind of saved him, but at the end of the day, he kind of really would love to chop her up, but just isn't. I guess he kind of sees that craziness in her. But then there's the real world. There's a guy who's picking, I guess she works for, I don't know, he's picking up packages, delivering packages to the house, and so forth. She has family members that I guess there's something going on with the house being sold, and that deal. So there's other people that kind of come around and maybe give a chance to play victim here, and give a chance for them to have somebody to kind of chop up and play with. And so forth. So that's kind of along the lines of where it goes, and I guess it just kind of gets a little stranger as it goes, and their relationship. And I don't want to go completely through it and whatever, but I guess you'll see kind of where their relationship goes and what happens to them, and their weird kind of, I don't know, hobby or fetish or whatever you want to call it. It is, again, I said all the time, I'm a blood and guts guy. It is going to get some nastiness here and bloodiness here at times. You're going to see, the girl on the table early on. They're going to mess with her, and she's dead, and she's got some wide eyes. There's a couple of good shots of her. You even almost so that, you look at her face and you're almost just dying for her to become a zombie and just like sit up, but it's not that kind of movie. There's gonna be some blood and guts chopped, as they kind of chop through her. When some of the other people are attacked and so forth, there's gonna be another chance for blood and guts there. So it is gonna get messy, and there's some good scenes of that here too. But there is, again, that huge level of strangeness in what they're doing in their relationship. It's just weird. But hey, stranger things have brought people together, I guess. So yeah, it's I don't know what the ultimate goal here was. Other than to show you that, weird people, I guess, can fall in love, or two people that are, I don't know, opposites can fall in love in a way over chopping people up and so forth, I guess. In that way, I guess, in a way, the movie definitely has a style to it, and a flow to it. It might feel a little bit slow burn at first, but I guess, I'm looking here, it says an hour and 20 minutes, and I don't know, for me it kind of felt a little longer, but I guess that's, thinking about everything that happened, I guess that's a fair amount for the film. But yeah, it is definitely has its own technique in the way it's shot, and the way it just kind of carries on the story. A little bit different, like just being that it's just so much based on them and being inside that room, and even maybe in some of the other areas of the house, as they get a little bit more friendly with each other. But a lot of it is in this one room here, where there's bodies there, or a body on the table and then later others and so forth. So, yeah, I it's not. I wish I could tell you, a lot of other things are happening here, but that's kind of the basics of it. So, yeah, I enjoyed the bloodiness and the creepiness of it, and them cutting up people and so forth. But just a bizarre relationship between the two, even in a short time. And even her to kind of do what she did and kind of drag them there to even begin with was just weird. But like I said, I guess the best way for me to explain is that the woman has issues. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna give it 3 pools of blood because I really enjoyed all the darkness and the cutting up of the people and the blood and the guts and that kind of thing. The relationship, like I said, was a little bit bizarre, and I don't know if as an audience you'll ever really feel for them or kind of get into them or not. You might not be sending them Valentine's presents, or maybe you will. Serial killers and crazy women. Maybe they're into that as well. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 3 pools of blood, and that is out of 5. And I guess I'll leave it at that. The movie it was dubbed. I'm gonna leave it was dubbed, or at least I believe there's different versions of it depending on the language you want. But I had an English version, and it didn't distract too much to what was going on. There's something else I recently watched that was just the dubbing was just terrible. Like, it just completely felt like it ruined what was seemingly a good thing that was going on. But this one is done really well. For those who are watching this in English, at least. So yeah. HorrorScoreReviews.blogspot.com is where you can find more of my reviews. The written ones for sure. The video ones are there as well. But if you're just interested in these video ones, subscribe to the channel. Dislike the video. Dislike the movie. I don't know. That's your choice, in your hands. Comment section below as well. You can comment on this if you've seen it. If not, you can comment on the video as well. Or if you're looking for me to review something, you can reach out to me there. Not a problem. Twitter, Facebook information there as well. Feel free to talk about this movie, other movies, talk horror there with me. It's all good. And yeah, I will catch you on the next review, horror fans.